Toll Plaza, Kerala. A queue of vehicles waiting their turn. One driver decides the queue does not apply to him. He moves to the side and attempts to squeeze past the waiting vehicles to get to the toll booth ahead of everyone else. The dashcam vehicle holds its position. The queue jumper is blocked. His response? 10 seconds of continuous honking. Not a tap, not two beeps, 10 full seconds non-stop. The working theory appears to be that sustained honking reduces queue length. It does not. The queue remains exactly as long as it was. The dash cam records every second of it. A toll queue is one of the simplest social contracts on Indian roads. Everyone waits, everyone moves, everyone gets through. The moment one person decides the contract does not apply to them, they are not saving time. They are taking it from everyone else. Today, the dashcam made sure that choice was not invisible. Next, Andheri, Mumbai, 5:38 p.m. Construction barriers, a wrong side scooter with hazard lights, and an auto that came from the left and somehow turned right. Andheri, Mumbai, 5:38 in the evening. Construction barriers narrowing the road. Red signal ahead. A scooter approaches from the wrong side, against traffic, hazard lights on, as if the hazard lights convert an illegal maneuver into a legal one. The other bikes at the signal shift to make room. The scooter passes through. Signal turns green. It moves on. Then an auto rickshaw. It comes from the left shoulder, squeezing through a gap of approximately 6 inches between the car bumper and the barrier. It passes through, and then immediately turns right. It came from the left side of the road and turned right at the junction. In most cities, this would be impossible. In Mumbai, at 5:38 p.m., it is Tuesday. No crash today, no injury, just 2 incidents in under 90 seconds that required every other road user to accommodate behavior that should not have been on that road at all. Mumbai's rush hour is not chaos, it is a negotiation. The problem is that only some drivers got the memo. Next, Bengaluru. A rider with no helmet, a patterned shirt, and full confidence. At 26 kilometers per hour, the road had other plans. Bengaluru. A bike rider, no helmet, patterned shirt, 26 kilometers per hour. The bike wobbles. The rider falls. He is on the road. Traffic continues around him. No vehicle stops. No one gets out to check. He gets up, checks himself. Life goes on, literally. 26 kilometers per hour. That is lower than most people cycle on a highway. And yet, at that speed, without a helmet, a fall puts your unprotected head in contact with the road surface moving at the same velocity. The patterned shirt absorbed exactly nothing. Today, luck was in the rider's pocket. The helmet was not. This clip raises a question that the comments will answer. Is this rider lucky or is this rider stupid? The honest answer is that on this road, on this day, at this speed, both are true. Lucky that the fall was minor. Stupid that the one piece of equipment designed for this exact moment was not there. Next, Thiruvananthapuram, 5 p.m., a mother and daughter on a scooter. A red signal they decided did not apply to them. And a car driver who would have taken the blame if the dashcam was not rolling. Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, 5 in the evening, a busy junction, red signal. A scooter carrying a mother and her daughter rides through the red light. Traffic from the opposite direction has a green signal. A car coming through on green nearly hits them, inches between the two. Within seconds, 3 more bikes behind the scooter see it pass and follow. All four are now through a red signal they had no right to cross. Here is the part of this clip that matters most. The car on green had no warning, no time, and no fault. If the dashcam had not been rolling, and if that near miss had become a collision, the car driver would have been the one explaining himself at the police station. The scooter would have been gone. The witnesses would have seen a car hit a scooter. The dashcam is the reason we know what actually happened. Here is the part of this clip that matters most. The car at dashcam does not only record accidents, it records the truth of who caused them. On Indian roads, where a wrong-way rider can become a victim in the retelling, that truth is not a small thing. It is everything. Next, Chennai, Punamalli High Road, midnight. One scooter jumped the red. In 15 seconds, 4 more followed. Punamalli High Road, Chennai, midnight. A wide road, a red signal. A good car and a dashcam car, both stopped. A scooter goes through the red. Cross traffic has a green signal. They are moving at 40 to 50 kilometers per hour toward a junction they believe is clear. It is not. An auto follows the scooter through, then one bike, then 2 more. 5 vehicles through a red signal in 15 seconds. The cross traffic slows. The junction clears. Tonight, nobody gets hurt. One of the pillion riders has no helmet. At midnight, at 40 kilometers per hour closing speed, an unsecured head and an unexpected vehicle at an intersection is not a near miss. It is a coin flip. Here is the part of this clip that should sit with every viewer. The auto driver, the 3 bikers, none of them decided to jump a red signal. They decided to follow someone who did. One person's choice made 4 more people criminals. None of them know it. Midnight, wide road, nobody is watching. That is when the dashcam matters most. Not for content, for evidence. Next, a Maharashtra Ghat road, 8 in the morning. 4 riders, 1 truck, 1 blind curve, and a side-by-side overtake that should never have happened. A Maharashtra Ghat road, 8 in the morning, dry conditions. 4 riders on a group ride, all wearing full gear. 2 Royal Enfield riders decide to overtake a truck, side by side, on a blind curve. Their wheels touch. Both go down. The bikes behind them have no time to stop. A KTM rider threads between the falling bikes and the truck, makes it through, and goes straight into the embankment. 3 to 4 bikes are on the road. Speed at the time of the crash, 35 to 45 kilometers per hour. Not fast by any highway standard. But on a Ghat road, on a blind curve, in a group, attempting a side-by-side overtake, 35 kilometers per hour is enough for 4 bikes on the ground and right off a KTM frame, tank and dashboard. Everyone got up. The KTM rider summed it up. Abey yaar, scene ho gaye. They got up because every single one of them was wearing gear. The rule for Ghat road group riding is not complicated. Single file, no blind curve overtakes, and gear always. The first 2 rules failed today. The third one saved everyone. Next, Mansarovar, Jaipur. A woman on her scooty, a speeding Thar, and a driver who did not stop. This is the 3rd Thar on this channel. Mansarovar, Jaipur. A woman on her scooty, a speeding Mahindra Thar on the same road. The Thar hits her. It drags her scooty for some distance. She is injured. She is taken to hospital. The driver of the Thar does not stop, does not check, does not report. Police are now reviewing CCTV footage to trace the accused. Girl on the Roads has now covered three Thar incidents across three episodes. Episode 1: a Thar blocking a mountain road on Mall Road, Mussoorie out of ego. Episode 1: a Thar hitting a girl standing outside a shop in Mathura, vehicle overturned. Episode 3: a Thar hitting and dragging a woman on a scooty in Jaipur, driver fleeing. Three incidents, three episodes, same vehicle. This is not a coincidence, it is a pattern. A vehicle that signals wealth does not signal responsibility. The CCTV footage in Jaipur does not care about either. The woman is in hospital. The driver is being traced. Our thoughts are with the victim and her family. Next, Sihor, Bhavnagar, Gujarat. A car, a stationary rickshaw, a stationary bike, 8 people injured, and a bottle found inside the vehicle. Sihor, Bhavnagar district, Gujarat. A roadside rickshaw, a bike, both stationary. A car hits both. It overturns. 8 people are injured, some seriously. The CCTV footage captures the entire incident. Police arrive. When they examine the vehicle, they find an alcohol bottle inside the car. The bottle does not confirm a blood alcohol level. That will be established by the investigation. But it raises a question that 8 injured people and their families are now living with. A rickshaw and a bike were stationary on the roadside. They were not in motion. They were not in anyone's way. They were simply there. And a car that should not have been where it was, at the speed it was, hit both of them. Drunk driving is not a traffic violation. It is a decision made before the key is turned. The moment someone chooses to drive under the influence, every other person on that road becomes a potential victim of that choice. 8 people in Sihor became exactly that. Next, a highway. 2 vehicles. No drama. Just 2 strangers who got it exactly right. A highway, a biker, an EcoSport, an ordinary stretch of road. The biker wants to overtake. He signals, throttles up once, indicating his intention without aggression. The EcoSport driver checks the mirror. Right indicator goes on. Space is made. The biker passes. 2 hazard light flashes go back. The universal highway thank you that needs no translation. No horn was used, no high beam, no aggressive closing of the gap, no ego about who has priority on which lane. 2 strangers on a highway had a complete conversation without speaking a single word, and both of them arrived at their destination a few seconds later safely. This channel exists because of everything that goes wrong on Indian roads. Today we have seen toll queue jumping, wrong side riding, signal jumps, group crashes, a hit and run, and a drunk driver who put 8 people in hospital. This clip is a reminder that the road is not only those things. It is also this: 2 drivers, 1 moment, no words, no problem. And to close today, Hyderabad. Just before dawn, a woman screaming for help, and an auto driver 100 meters away who caught something in his mirror. Hyderabad, Begum Bazaar, Jinsi Chauraha. Just before dawn on March 4th, a woman named Manju Umlata stepped out for a morning walk with her daughter-in-law. Near Hindi Marwadi Vidyalaya, a man named Mohammed Zaheer, a known rowdy sheeter with 16 cases across Hyderabad police stations, lunged at her and tried to snatch the gold chain from her neck. His scooter fell in the struggle. She screamed for help. Mohammed Zaheer, an auto driver, had already passed the spot. He was nearly 100 meters ahead. Something in his side mirror caught his attention. He did not think twice. He turned his auto around and came back. As Sohail tried to escape, Zaheer rammed his auto into the bike, knocking him down. Sohail picked up a stick and attacked. Zaheer did not back down. He held him until police arrived. Then Zaheer quietly left. No noise, no claim, no reward expected. The victim told Goshamallal police about the unknown auto driver. CCTV had the footage. Police traced the auto number and identified Zaheer. Hyderabad City Police Commissioner V.C. Sajjanar honored him at TGI CCC Banjara Hills, a cash reward and a commendation certificate. He called Zaheer what most people only talk about, a real role model. 10 clips today, 10 roads, 10 moments. 9 of them showed us what we need to change. 1 showed us who we can be. New video coming soon at 6 p.m. Stay safe, and if you can, stay brave.